race with the fewest entries saw only 6 cars line up on the grid. This was the infamous 2005 US Grand Prix, which saw 14 cars pulled out of the race due to tyre safety concerns. Formula 1 is named as such because the participants agreed to a set of rules where the formula are the rules and the 1 referring to the fact that this is the top tier of motor racing. One of the longest broadcasted races was also one of the shortest. The 2021 Belgian Grand Prix lasted only 3 minutes and 27 seconds, the race being flagged due to wet weather conditions on lap 3. We might be used to blisteringly fast pit stops, some even approaching the sub-2 second mark, but what about the longest? Well, that would go to Valtteri Bottas, who had to retire after a seized wheel nut forced him to retire in the 2021 Monaco GP. The seized nut was removed 43 hours later, which officially makes it longest pit stop turnaround in history. Present since the very start of the sport, Ferrari takes the #1 spot for almost all constructor records in F1. It's the team with the most world championships won, most Grand Prix wins, most pole positions, and most race entries. The inaugural World Drivers' Championship was held in 1950 during the 4th season of F1. Giuseppe Farina, who was driving for Alfa Romeo, took the championship after winning 3 of the 7 races held that season. Juan Manuel Fangio also took 3 victories, but lost out on points. Max Verstappen managed to finish 81% of his races on the podium in 2021. Still though, Michael Schumacher holds the record for highest percentage when in 2002, Schumacher finished on the podium in every race he participated in, making it 100. tyres were designed to reduce overheating, improve grip, and provide more aggressive racing. 2014 Chinese GP was F1's 1,000. It's almost a given that the drivers of the grid level kart racing as children, so they could enter the sport with as much experience as possible. It hasn't always been like that, and then after the average age of the driver. Casted races was also one of the shortest. The 2021 Belgian Grand Prix lasted only 3 minutes and 27 seconds. German Grand Prix, European Grand Prix, and Luxembourg Grand Prix. Let's hope we see a good end. Recent times they've coincidentally, he pushed FWL off the top of the table and kept second place in that same race. Managed to finish 81% of his races on the podium in 2021. Still though, Michael Schumacher holds the record for the highest percentage when in 2017. F1's distinctive sound throughout the decades is in part due to the high revving engines in use. F1 engines joined the V8 era in the mid-2000s, for example. In comparison, a typical road car won't exceed 2014 ushered in a new set of regulations that saw us enter the turbo. It's almost a given that the drivers of the grid level kart racing as children, they could enter the sport with much experience. closed 5 times in 1978, 1980, 81, 85, 1996. Incidentally, he pushed Sebastian Vettel off the top of that field, kept second place. So we see a good effort from McLaren here today. In recent times, they've fallen into somewhat of a midfield team. The last on the constructors. The inaugural World Drivers' Championship was held in 1950 during the 4th season of FR1DAY. Giuseppe Farina, who was driving 3 of the 7. German Grand Prix. Formula One is named as such because the participants agreed to a set of rules where the formula are the rules. Total weight.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPunche 272, joining you live, as always, late on a Friday night here on the East Coast. And as I just said a second ago, we are back after a 2-week hiatus that honestly felt like a lot longer than 2 weeks. However, apparently some people did not share my enthusiasm for coming back to racing, as we only have 12 drivers who could be fucked to join us tonight. Thank you to those 12 drivers and to the rest of the grid who could not be bothered to come race with us tonight. Go fuck yourself. So as I said, we're back after a long hiatus. Fortunately, we have Sketchable here to provide us with plenty of hot racing action. You know he's always up for that. And Victor Chaus as well. One of our championship protagonists of last season. I'm sure one of them this season. I haven't looked at the points in a while. Look at me. Complaining about other people being lazy. Now I'm being lazy. Anyway. So, we got hot racing action tonight. We got 12 drivers who could be ours to show up. And we are going to have a rip-roaring baked goods talk tonight, because obviously these past 2 weeks have been a holiday week. And not only do we have the baked goods that we currently have in our life right now, but of course we have the baked goods of holidays past to talk about, and I won't let anyone take those memories away from me. Not anybody. You hear me, Joe Biden? You won't take my fucking freedom, you're not going to take my guns, and you're not going to take my memories of baked goods. So we're going to talk about that tonight as well. But before we do all that, let's at least watch one lap of hot racing action before I drift off into talking about something else. Oh, and also, we're missing Massive Noogies tonight. I am sick as hell. I needed Massive Noogies to be here tonight because I needed him to do some heavy lifting for me. You can probably hear it in my voice. I've got the vid. So hopefully I make it through this race. I might be talking a little slower towards the end. I can already feel it in my throat. Phrasing. So we're going to stay on board here. Uh-oh. Leaderboard already glitching out. We're going to stay on board with Victor Chaus as we go off the lines here. Or as we go off the line. 5 lights on. 5 lights off. LFG. Here we go. Victor Chaus with a great start as compared to Sketchable. Sketchable and Victor both on those hard tires. So they are going side by side down to the Tamburello chicane. Someone's in the background hitting polystyrene signs. They're okay. And now we got an Alpine off the track here. Q. And then following him is a Red Bull with no front wing. So let's get back to the front. Sketchable, as you would expect, in the lead. Victor Chaus in second. We have a full course yellow. It looks like it's a virtual safety car. Indeed it is. So this is a good time to get the spectator menu back up. Let's do some tires. What kind of tires are everybody's on the Horde tires except for the Switchy Fish. The Switchy Fish will very, very shortly not be on those Horde tires. You would have to assume he's going to come in and get a new front wing and then some new tires. So we have gone green here. The Switchy Fish and Evasy Skies is basically out of this race for the most part, unless we have a safety car. That means we have 9 active drivers in this race. That is awesome. What a great time. Get that spectator menu off the screen there. So let's follow Sketchable and Victor Chaus. Hopefully our timing screen fixes itself. Perhaps we're going to have to leave the session at some point. But everybody at least seems to be in the right order on the timing screen, so that is a positive. We got the Schmers are down here in the 5th. We know he's a man of action. We're going to see him work his way up the field. We got Koenig here in 6th. The Step Hen running the lobby tonight in 7th place. Will the running of the lobby distract the Step Hen from his ultimate goal, which is to win this race? His second goal, of course, is to beat Evasy Skies, his arch nemesis. We got the Heat Gang down here in 8th place. Chaos Corrupted, he could be bothered to show up. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Scarthur's down here in 10th. Legend. Got those 2 guys in the pits. That's Q. So Sketchable still in front of Victor Chaus. We got gaps opening up here. We got the Schmers very close behind Novocaine. Oh, Novocaine's back. That means we have Novocaine's girlfriend as well. What up, Novocaine's girlfriend? So we have 12 drivers and Novocaine's girlfriend here tonight. So that's 13 regulars. Not bad. Actually, it's very bad. It's pathetic. Pathetic. And we don't have quite the hot racing action that we really need right now. Let's see if the Schmers can make the move here on Novocaine and work his way up to the Wannabe and Victor Chaus. Oh no, it's Gap City already up here at the front as the Schmers makes the move easily down the main straight here. Down to this Tamburello chicane, no problem, as the move is donezo for Schmers. And he sees the Wannabe ahead of him and says, I see that you're in third place, and I would like to be in third place. So I'm going to come and try to take that away from you. Is it time for baked goods talk yet? Fucking hell, 12 drivers. And I don't want to be upset with the 12 drivers we have here. You guys did your part, and I appreciate you, but God, the rest of you cunts. Jesus Christ. And actually, speaking of people who aren't here, we'll talk about Massive as well. I don't know where that bitch ass is at, but apparently he couldn't be fucked to join us tonight either, unfortunately. And as I said, I really needed him to be here tonight. But apparently he's got better things to do. I don't know what those things are. So we got a couple drivers here in DRS range. The Schmerzer and Novocaine, both with that rear wing open. Oh, Koenig and Heat Gang here swapping positions. Okay. Well, I'm out here bitching about no hot action, and I'm missing the hot action that we have. Maybe I'm going to have to stick with these guys back here for a while. Chaos corrupted all over. All over Koenig. Let's see what our front two have in store for us here. So we got Victor Chaus and Sketchable on the same tire. Wannabe clearly not in the same league as these front two, so he is going to try to hold on to third place here, but it looks like the Schmers has already reeled him in and is going to take care of business really quick. So as we come down here into Variante Alta, an absolute crap name for a corner. And they come down here to the double left-hander of Ravazza, a much less crap name for a corner. So the Schmers is going to have the DRS, open that rear wing up, and let's see what you got, Schmers. He's got the ERS on as well. He wants to make this move now. He needs to make this move now. Oh, Victor Chaus. Victor Chaus makes a move on Sketchable. I wonder... Oh, wow. Victor Chaus drifting through Tamburello there as Sketchable all over him, but Sketchable knows he has the measure of Victor Chaus, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sketchable is, if not playing a little bit opossum, perhaps he is saving some tires or saving some petrol, because he had pole by a couple of tenths, and as we saw in this race already, he was almost a second ahead, and has since lost that advantage he had, and now the lead altogether. And he's actually struggling to stay within DRS range of Victor Chaus. So Victor Chaus, oh, no, he's made a mistake, and now Sketchable is all over him. They're going to go side by side into this crap corner name. Both of them are way too smart for that, so they back out of that, and it's Sketchable behind Victor Chaus. And this has allowed the Schmers to catch up. He is almost in DRS range. He is in DRS range now. Doesn't have a lot of ERS left, but who gives a shit? That's brought the Wannabe into play as well. So we got 4 cars at the lead of this race, all within DRS range of each other. This will be fun. So we got Sketchable coming up to pass Victor Chaus, easy as you like. So we can watch on board from the Schmers, and he is not anywhere near these front two, but he's gaining. He's gaining. Lurking. Lurking is a word with a bad connotation. Lurking, I feel like, is only associated with pedos. Your Jeffrey Epsteins, your Jimmy Saviles. And I'm sure nobody in this chat knows who Jimmy Savile is, but look him up. Celebrated sex pest. One of the all-timers, in fact, actually. One of the all-time greats. Boy, this week a whole new list of sex pests has been released. What a fun week it's been for sex pests. Getting a lot of shout-outs here tonight on the Formula World Wide Leagues coverage, and of course the Epstein release. So many names in there. So many names. Who knows what they did? The thing is, you know, that when they put Stephen Hawking in the list, that kind of makes you know that not everybody who's on that list was banging underage girls, because I don't know if Stephen Hawking was capable of banging underage girls. I can only imagine that he would, given the fact that he had banged no girls for so many years. But he clearly wasn't banging underage girls, so that puts doubt on the rest of the list as to the wrongdoing of all these other people on the list. You guys all clear on that? This is what happens when I don't have a co-commentator and we have 12 goddamn drivers in our race. We could be in for perhaps me being canceled tonight. I could be canceled tonight. Oh no. That is some side-by-side action in a corner that is not made for side-by-side action. But they do it anyway. Oh no. They go side-by-side through Tosa. Victor Chaus comes off the best, and the Schmerzer loses 2 positions in the process. Victor Chaus is now out of DRS range of Sketchable. I bet you Sketchable is going to let him get back in it, because Sketchable's a sporting fellow like that. Want to be back up in the 3rd now, and the Schmerz back up in a 4th. Novocaine back here in 5th. He just wants to be part of this. Oh, Sketchable just got a penalty. Huh. Well, that livens things up a little bit. Assuming we don't have a safety car, it looks like it might be difficult for Sketchable to pull away by 3 seconds, but perhaps this penalty is the impetus that Sketchable needs to actually start driving to his very best. There will not be any passes up here now. We're in a DRS train. Our top 4 drivers, ass to mouth. Well, looks like we have some passes back here. Chaos Corrupted and the Step Hen going at it. The Step Hen just doesn't know what to do with himself now. He's without his chief enemy, Evasy Skyzies, who's 32 seconds behind. So he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's going to race these guys back here, Koenig and Chaos Corrupt. That's not what he's here for. He doesn't want to do that. Scarthers, back here driving by himself. Poor Scarthers. Sorry there, just had to take a nose-blowing break. And you'll be interested to know what I was blowing my nose into. I bought myself a new handkerchief the last couple of months. This handkerchief, a single handkerchief, 1 square foot, cost $30. It's made out of a special cotton called Pima cotton. No, that's not Kima, like from The Wire. That's Pima cotton. Pima cotton. And if you're a handkerchief guy, or you know a handkerchief guy, buy them a Pima cotton handkerchief and you will have a friend for life. As Victor Chaus has moved back into the lead, Sketchable in 2nd with that 3-second penalty, the Wannabe in 3rd, and I don't know what the hell happened to the Schmerz, but something has happened, and he's dead. Well, these guys are dead back here, so oh my god. That was a graveyard of automobiles. So it looks like Chaos Corrupted, the Step Hen, and Heat Gang have all crashed in hilarious fashion. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching it. I was paying attention to our human centipede at the front of the race. So these guys are all fact. Oh my god, look at the gaps between these guys back here. These two are just out of the race completely. I would have the AI driving around for me right now if I was the Evasy Skyzies and the Switchy Fish. Well, this is a waste of time for them. But fair play to them for continuing to race. We got Victor Chaus in the lead of the race, followed closely by Sketchable and, of course, the Wannabe. Well, if I didn't know any better, I would say the Sketchable just went off the track again there at the final corner. Either way, he's going to make the move easy down this main DRS straight. And it's really just a question of, can Wannabe make the move? And he is going to make the move. So oh, no, he's not. He's going to be going side by side with Victor Chaus through Tamburello. Somebody is going off into the grass. This is not helping, boys. Do not fight here. Sketchable is now pulled out way, way out of DRS range. And if he wants to, he can pretty much end the race. Unless he is really that bad with his pace tonight. course, I'm sure we'll talk to him on the podium and we'll find out exactly what he was playing at. Lap 10 of 32. Fucking hell. Lap 10 of 32. 22 more laps of talking. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. In fact, I'm going to take a small break right now. For everybody out there, I'm going to take about a 15 to 20 second break here and have a quick drink of some Aqua Minerale. Big. And as I said, the fighting between the Wannabe and Victor Chaus has essentially put paid to what was, theoretically anyway, going to be a good race between our front four here. So they have sort of detached from each other. And Schmerz are showing incredible pace to catch up to these second and third place drivers. He's looking to get himself a podium. But Sketchable has just checked out. As has the Switchy Fish, who now has another penalty to his name. I believe that's 6 seconds in penalties for the Switchy Fish. What a shit race this is for the Switchy Fish. And add to that list of shit races, the Stephead, who had to go in and get a new wing after that, just whatever that fuck story was at Tamburello with the other drivers. I think it was Heat Gang and Chaos Corrupted. Scarthers, though, took advantage of all that. Finds himself in 7th place. Crikey. I don't think he's going to be in 7th for long, as it looks like Chaos Corrupted is hunting him down. Let's watch on board with Chaos Corrupted. As he says, the hell with the slipstream. I want to be as far out of the slipstream as possible. I don't know why. I do not know why Chaos Corrupted just did what he did, but he did it. He fucking did it. So it does look like we're going to have a battle up here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, and that's fun. That's fun. Looking at the Twitch chat, we have a first-time chat from Naraku2. Hello. Oh, hello to you. Season's greetings and such. It's great to have you. The 40-pound lobster asked where are all the people at for FNL. Yeah, no shit, 40-pound lobster. No shit. Makes me seriously question what the fuck I'm doing here, actually. 40-pound lobster? I'll tell you, I don't mind not having every driver, but only having 12 is a bit of an issue, as Chaos Corrupted has now made the move on Scarthers. He waited an extra lap for, I don't know why, but he did. We got Koenig down here in 6th place. And everybody's on the same strategy here too as well, so it's going to be difficult for major moves to be made. So plenty of potential here in our top 2, 3, and 4. Sketchable has now dropped back. I mean, come on. Sketchable is doing this on purpose at this point. It can't be anything else. I mean, this is just not... I find this hard to believe. That Sketchable is losing time like this. He was just 2.8 ahead, and now he's 1.2. Maybe he's listening to the broadcast and he knows that we need it so bad. We need hot racing action. We've been starved of it for so long. So Defy is at a stupid basketball game, according to Jim Cab. Yes, we know that, Jim Cab, because he has been talking about it for about the past half hour on the Discord. Usually we use the Discord to share information about the race, but Defy has decided to make it his own storytelling platform to talk about how he's at the Stink Nuggets game. And while I am a big fan of the NBA, and I was a one-time purchaser of NBA League Pass, I decided when the NBA players told me that they did not give a shit about the regular season, I decided to listen and said, I'm not going to give a shit about the regular season. I will see you in the playoffs. Oh, yes, that's right. There's going to be rain in this race, and it looks like it's just started. So that's interesting. I honestly, I do not know what's going on with Sketchable here. He just let 4 bloody cars pass him. So now we have a lot of side-by-side action going into Tamburello. So somehow Victor Chaus has... Oh, that's the problem. Sketchable had what's the word I'm looking at here? Deconnected. So Victor Chaus has pulled through that hot mess. The Schmerzer finds himself in second place. Sketchable has rejoined. He's in third place, and the Wannabe in fourth. The problem is they're not within DRS range of each other. Not that it would really matter, because the rain is happening right now, and DRS should be deactivated here very, very shortly. So, Sketchable, I apologize. I thought you were sandbagging, as is your reputation. But you weren't. You had just disconnected. My bad. My bad. But if that tells you anything, Sketchable, what I think of you and what I know your pace to be, I was really more complimentary than anything. So we have 2 drivers on the intermediates already. We got Scarthers and the Switchy Fish on intermediates. So is it that wet out here already? Let's see if it is. Victor Chaus says it is, as does... No, the Schmers are staying out for another lap. Okay. So we have some strategery differences happening here. As we go into lap 16 of 32. Oh, fuck me, it's only halfway. The Wannabe stays out as well, so this is interesting. Victor Chaus doing the opposite of what pretty much everybody else is doing. Will it pay off? We're going to find out here really quick, because you would assume that everybody else is going to go in at least the next lap. Victor Chaus couldn't have been that far off, as he comes out in 8th place. So, also on the Twitch machine, Jim Cab has informed us that, I believe he said, gifted as at Disneyland. So that's pretty cool. And Logistical Nightmare is on a plane home. Huh. Well, I can only tell you that I have scheduled numerous trips around this racing league, and I'm not even in this racing league, so perhaps the Logistical Nightmare needs to have a little bit more commitment. So here we go, the Schmerzer. Is he going into the pits? He is not. Neither is Sketchable. And if I'm not mistaken, DRS has not been deactivated yet. So that means Victor Chaus has made a terrible mistake. Not only has he chosen the wrong tire for the track conditions right now, but he will be burning through those tires. He is making a little bit of progress on its heat gang. Now, it's hard to tell if that's because of the pace difference between the 2 drivers in general, or because of the tire delta being created by the difference. I guess we'll find out here shortly whenever these guys come into pit. Victor Chaus must be sitting there thinking, what have I done? None of my rivals are coming in right now. And yet here I am out here on intermediate tires all by myself. Capacity Rex in the Discord machine talking about the Orlando Magic. I don't know what people are under the impression that the Discord machine is for, especially the FNL chat. but it is not for regular season NBA Street Hoops. This is where... Oh, no. And Victor Chouse has now got himself a 3-second penalty. We use this chat to share information about the race. You know, if someone's disconnected, we need to know that. Can't be spamming the chat with meaningless talk about meaningless basketball games. But I don't care. You can do whatever you want. So now they finally go in. Oh, at least 2 of the people have gone in. So the 2 drivers ahead of Victor Chouse, Koenig, and Chaos Corrupted have gone to the pits. Victor Chouse, driving around now, must be thinking, what have I done? So he's 14 seconds behind Novocaine. Let's pay attention to his delta, and it looks like it's coming down. Now that could be just as a result of the tire deg that Novocaine has on those 17-lap-old Ford tires. 0.6 in a sector, though, is a healthy margin to be cutting down there. As we have some other drivers going through the pits now, so you would assume that this has got to be the time for the Schmerz and the Sketchable and the Wannabe and Novocaine to be going in. Switchy Fish with another 3-second penalty. Switchy Fish just having a shit race. Switchy Fish, if you're out there listening, it's time to let the AI do the rest. Schmerzer is now going in, as is Sketchable, as is Wannabe. You would assume, oh, a 5-second penalty for the Schmerz, and that's a race ender. The Wannabe is continuing on. I haven't seen the DRS being deactivated yet, so perhaps that's the right move. What's Novocaine going to do? So let's let this play out here. So where is Victor Chouse? So Victor Chouse is coming down the main straight now. Where is he going to feed into this race? It looks like he's going to be very, very close. In fact, he is ahead of the Schmerz and Sketchable. Quite a distance ahead, in fact. I wonder if that was all made up in just that last lap, because you can see the track is much more wet now than it was a couple of laps ago. Victor Chouse is now just eating into this Wannabe gap. Wannabe has probably screwed himself out of a podium chance here, although everybody has penalties. So let's see what's going on here. So we know the Wannabe is going to come in this lap, I think anyway. Let's just assume he's going to. Driving very, very slowly. Ah, come on, Wannabe. Let's get into the pits. There we go. So now everybody's on the same tires. So let's check out these penalties. So 3 seconds for everyone. We got the Schmerzer and the Novocaine with 5 seconds. Heat Gang with 5 seconds as well. I said 3 seconds for everybody. It's really only a couple of drivers. 8 seconds for Scarthers. I don't even know how that's possible. And 12 seconds for the Switchy Fish. Switchy Fish. Turn off your game. It's over, brah. It's over. So Victor Chouse in the lead by 2 seconds over the Schmerzer. And he has a 2-second gap in penalties on lap 20 of 32. My God. We still have 12 laps left. What else we got here? So we got Sketchable down here in 3rd place. And the Wannabe, oh my God, Wannabe, you have really done it this time. Stayed on those tires for 1 lap too long, and now he finds himself 8.5 seconds back. So, oh, look at this! They're back together. Like Bronson Arroyo and JTM, Avazy Skies and the Step Hen are back together. And if anybody understood that Bronson Arroyo and JTM joke, that is the deepest of deep cuts. DM me if you understood what that was talking about, and I will send you $100 in CryptoZoo coins. Another penalty for Sketchable. Race control says DRS disabled, so apparently I didn't miss it. It's just now been disabled. It's been active this whole bloody time. So the Step Hen and Avazy Skies have caught up to the Scarthers. So we got something going on there, and the Schmerz has caught up to Victor Chouse. That's interesting. Oh, and he's not only caught up to him, he has passed him. for the lead of this race. Now, can he make a 2-second gap and take it home? It looks like Sketchable has relinquished any chance he had of winning this race with his multiple penalties. The step pen makes it through on Scarthers, leaving his buddy Avazy Skyzies behind. You can just hear inside of Avazy Skyzy's helmet right now, no! No, don't leave me behind. I love you so much, step pen. Wait for me, bro. Oh, we have a safety car. Oh, full safety car. Brings everybody back together. And a chance for drivers like the Schmers and Novocaine and Senior Heat Gang and the Step Pen and Scarthers to get rid of their 5-second penalties. The someone just got themselves a 5-second penalty. That's hilarious. I think it was probably the Step Pen. Either way, we have got some choices that are going to be made here by all these drivers. I would say everybody with a 5-second penalty is going to be coming into the pits. Although, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the Schmers thinks he can just go ahead and uncork a gap here on Victor Chaus. So the Schmers comes into the pits. Victor Chaus follows him in. He has got no penalties to get rid of. He has just got to get some fresh new tires. Sketchable comes in as well. Q. He is not going to get those penalties removed no matter how hard he tries. The Wannabe says, I'm staying out. My tires are fresh as hell. Remember, I stayed out way too long, and now he finds himself in the lead of this race. He could prove to be an interesting roadblock as the Schmerzer and Sketchable drive through each other. The Schmerzer, as you see now, devoid of penalties and puts himself in a fantastic position to win this race. So, Novocaine getting some fresh new tires and get rid of that 5-second penalty. That's Q. Koenig is going to come into the pits and not get rid of that 5-second penalty? Maybe he is? Let's see what he's going to do here. Is that 5-second penalty gone? It is not. Senior Heat Gang does get rid of that 5-second penalty. So the Step Pen's going to have to come in again and get rid of his 5-second penalty. Come on, boys, boys, boys. Everybody catch up, and then we can talk about the race. In the meantime, I will go ahead and take this opportunity to talk about what I know all of you are here for, and that's this week in baked goods, except that it hasn't been just this week. It's been this past 3 weeks in baked goods, and it was a holiday week. So while I had a shed load of baked goods, you know, I had the, for the holidays, obviously, we had the, had some apple crisp, had some, you know what, I've never had this before. My mom made donut cake, and as you may be aware, I'm a huge fan of donuts. So that was pretty cool. I've never had donut cake before. The thing about baked goods during the holidays is that you're being fed throughout the day, like ham and, you know, cheese ball and all this other stuff. So it's hard to eat all the baked goods you want to. You sort of have to make a choice. Am I going to eat baked goods or real food today? And when you're being served things like, you know, ham and such, it's hard to, you know, choose baked goods. But either way, I had plenty of baked goods. But the baked goods story I want to tell you is a funny little story. The last day in the office before the holiday, I was one of only 3 people in the office that day, and a delivery came for one of the salespeople from one of our customers, and they sent him a box of cookies. And this box of cookies was from Cheryl's Cookies. I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with Cheryl's, but they make a damn good cookie. And there are about 100 cookies in this box. So I text the salesperson and I said, hey, you muppet, I know you can't be arsed to be here today, but a box of cookies has arrived for you. I'm taking that shit home, fuck you. And he sent me back a smiling emoji and a laughing emoji, and he said, go for it, bro, go for it. Little did he know that there were 100 fucking cookies in this box. So anyway, I went around the office with the 2 people who were there. I gave them a couple of cookies, no more than 3. You know, they were trying to grab a bunch. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't say you could have all the cookies. I said you could have, you know, like a couple of cookies. So they huffed and they puffed and they took their 2 cookies. Or 3 cookies or whatever the fuck it was. And then I took the rest of them home. So I took about 94 cookies home on Friday the 22nd, 23rd, whatever that was. And I've been eating about 2 or 3 of them a day, so I probably still have about like 70 of those left. A giant box of Cheryl's cookies. Just fantastic. What an unexpected windfall. And it was at the end of the day, too. You know, it was at like 2:30. A special delivery from whoever the fuck showed up with it. And just out of nowhere shows up 100 cookies. Hooray for me. Hooray for me. So that is this week in baked goods. Hopefully next week we'll be joined by Massive, maybe a little Ted Kravitz, and 8 other drivers, so we can have a full goddamn field. Wouldn't that be cool? As we watch our drivers now struggle to catch up to the rest of the field. The step hen had to take an extra pit stop to get rid of that 15-second penalty. You know who's not getting rid of their penalties? The Switchy Fish. The game is not going to allow that to happen. If I didn't know any better, I would say that the step hen is driving on a Delta right now because he's driving slow as shit. And I'm sure he's not, but it just looks really slow. Hopefully he has the AI on because that's how you do it. This is the time of the race where you, you turn the AI on and you take a drinks break, a weed break, whatever it is that, whatever tickles your fancy. So our top 3 drivers have penalties. And our next 5 drivers do not. The step hen just got a 3-second penalty under safety car. I mean... what can you even say about that? And the only reason he's in last is, of course, because he went and got rid of that 5-second penalty. Safety car in this lap. Interestingly enough, the safety car has said, fuck it, I'm not waiting for all you prats to catch up to the back of the field. So, the step hen just... the step hen cutting corners like a mofo right now. He has had it. He is sick and tired of this stupid race. The Wannabe doing the step hen a hell of a favor right here, going slow as shit. If you could... Wannabe, I know you can't hear me right now, but if you could slow down just a little bit for just a little while longer, let the step hen catch up. Yeah, the step hen, he caught up. Noise. Oh, my tummy just rumbled. Oh, God. Oh, I might be sharding my pants here in the very near future, but here we go. We are back under green flag. Well, I was going to say we are, but we're not. The Wannabe leading us to the line as slowly as he possibly can. So the Wannabe leads. It's Victor Chouse, the Sketchable, followed by the Schmers, and we have a close effing battle here. The Wannabe tried to be very, very cheeky, perhaps a little too cheeky, as Victor Chouse and Sketchable having a ding-dong through Tamburello. Everyone makes it through unscathed. Top 3 as you were, perhaps in different order. I can't remember what the order was before. Who cares? Still the top 3. They all have penalties. Schmerzer is your race winner at the moment. But you'd have to assume many things will change, because they always do in the wacky world of Formula 1. Novocaine in 5th, already dropping a second behind. He needs to get it together right now. Heat Gang down here in 6th. What a race for Heat Gang. Chaos Corrupted. He'll take those points. 7th place. Avazy Skies, he's down in 8th place. And then we have our quartet of penalty drivers. The Koenig, the Step Hen, Switchy Fish, and Scarthers. Oh, man. Scarthers was in 7th place at one point in this race, and now he is in last. It's a good thing that Massive is not here. Oh, no! And Victor Chalice is out! Well, he's not out, but he's pretty much out. Lost it coming out of the final corner there. And pretty late out of the final corner as well. Looks perhaps he got on the curb and lost it there, but Victor Chouse makes a terrible mistake, and I think that's the end of the evening for Victor Chouse. He will not be on the podium with us tonight. Looks like our podium drivers tonight are going to be the Schmers, Sketchable, and the Wannabe. But we'll just wait and see. We still have 6 laps left of this enthralling Italian Grand Prix. Oh, we have a virtual safety car. Who caused that? It was probably Scarthers. Oh man, it's a good thing we're at lap 26. I think I'm near the end here. I think I've used it all up, which is useful because when my wife wants to talk to me, I'll just say, well, I can't talk to you because my voice is gone. I gave it all to Formula Worldwide Leagues. I gave everything I had. Come on, Michael Massey. Everybody's on the track now. Let's let go of the virtual safety car. Hey, everybody, look at me. I'm Michael Massey. I'm in charge of the race. Here I am making terrible decisions. And we're back green. Sketchable probably thinks he can win this race, though. If he can put the move on Wannabe, I don't think it's unreasonable to think he could pull a 3-second gap. He is going to go for the move right now, so let's go on board with Sketchable as they go to Tamburello. Nope, now is not the time or the place to be making that move. Sketchable wisely pulls out. Sketchable is driving so smoothly right now, hitting all the right parts of the track. Scarthers has driven into the pits and decided to self-immolate. We will miss you, Scarthers. And we will see you next week, and thank you so much for even joining us tonight. We appreciate that. So Sketchable not able to make the move yet on the Wannabe, and that's going to cost him. It's going to cost him big time. He will now only have 5 laps to make up a 3-second gap on the Wannabe. My God, look at this. Sketchable is just driving masterfully right now, all over the back of Wannabe, in that dirty air, and still putting the car exactly where it needs to be. Let's go off-board here and look at that resplendent Red Bull. What a good-looking car it is. Here we go. Sketchable making the move now down the main DRS straight. No problemo. Easy effing peasy. The Wannabe now into second, and the Schmerzer needs to maintain. Pretty close gap to the Wannabe, but no problems right now. Heat Gang in 5th place, really close to Novocaine. So these guys back here are having a wee bit of a battle. Really, it's all about this top 3, and at the moment, can the Wannabe stay within 3 seconds of Sketchable? And if he can't, then can the Schmerzer stay within 6 seconds of Sketchable? Get himself a little win here tonight. And I would say the Schmerzer deserves it. He's a mighty fine racer and had plenty of good results. I can't remember a time if he's won a race since I've been commentating, but he's always there or thereabouts as the Wannabe is falling further behind. So we're going to have 4 racing laps left at the end of this lap. And the Wannabe has lost 1.4 already on this lap alone. So Sketchable very much looks like he's going to be able to make the gap on the Wannabe. So now the question is, what does the Schmerzer do about it? He's got a shed load of ERS left, and he's going to use all of it right now. He has to use all of it. He absolutely has to. He's got to make this move on the Wannabe. It's all or nothing now into Tamburello. Is he going to make it? Is he going to take the risk? Is he going to stay alive? He does not take the risk. He does stay alive. Was that the moment? Was that the moment to lick the stamp and send it? Is he going to try to go around the outside here at Tosa? Good defensive move there from the Wannabe, but the Schmerzer does the up and under, the oop-de-oop. Oh, he has a little bit of a tank slapper there as he tries to get the power down, and unfortunately, the Wannabe stays ahead, and now this is causing major problems for the Schmerzer as he is falling. He's now 3 seconds behind Sketchable. So the Schmerzer's got to make this move. He's got to make it soon. Sketchable could win this race with 6 seconds in penalties. That would be really something. So this is really the only, I mean, you know, we do have some close battles back here, but these are Obviously not nearly as important as to what we have going on at the front of the race, so the Schmers has got to make the move now. So the Wannabe has plenty of ERS left. They're both, oh, they're not using it. So the Wannabe is not using it, the Schmerzer is, and he's not going to get close enough. Again, coming down to Tamburello, is he going to make the move? Oh, he thought about it for a second, decides not to. So we have 3 racing laps left. The Wannabe is not going to win this race because he's already 3 seconds behind Sketchable, so that is over. Oh look, I forgot about Victor Chouse. He's back here still making moves. Oh, Victor Chouse. What did you do earlier? Oh, wow. What a move by the Schmers. And Evasi Skiesies with a 10-second penalty. That looks like a guy who is about to go into the pits and self-immolate. So the Schmerzer has 2.5 laps here now to maintain this gap, and he will be the winner of tonight's race. Sketchable will be coming home in second, and the Wannabe will be coming home in third. Oh yes, the Schmerzer putting the car in all the right places. So that gap is 4 seconds. Koenig with another 3-second penalty. Lots of penalties here tonight. Normally I would be critical of that, but you know what? I'm not going to be critical of that. I just appreciate you guys showing up. Pridkid says, how can I join the league? Well, you could show up. That's a start. Since no one does that, and you do that, maybe you could be part of this league. Of course, you want to contact many of the league admins we have, Jim Cab being one of them. I mean, this is all Jim Cab's baby, really. Jim Cab, the legend of F1 esports adminning. So we do have some close battles back here. It's Senior Heat Gang and Chaos Corrupted fighting for what would be 4th place. I'm struggling to give a shit about that. So let's get back to the front. See, there's no point in doing that. Let's just watch the gaps as we watch this hot racing action back here. Perhaps Victor Chouse can join this little crew. Not really for any reason, because he has a 3-second penalty, so none of it will matter. It's always disappointing when you're in the car and you know that whatever you do doesn't matter because you have penalties. As they go through Aqua Minerale for the penultimate time. Senior Heat Gang all over Novocaine, and I'm sure... Actually, let's keep it on here for a little while. Let's give Novocaine's girlfriend something to watch. She has stuck with us this whole race, and we fucking appreciate that. So, Novocaine's girlfriend, here you go. Final lap of the race. Novocaine being hunted down by Senior Heat Gang and Chaos Corrupted. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Senior Heat Gang gonna make the move? Oh, he thinks better of it. He was gonna go around the outside at Tamburello and thinks that's a bad idea. Although he definitely gets a better exit coming out of the chicane. Doesn't matter. Chaos Corrupted. He also gets a great exit coming out of the chicane. So Heat Gang had designs of getting up there to Novocaine. Now he's got to be watching his rear end, because Chaos Corrupted is all over it. Victor Chouse, he's joined the Partey. The Thomas Partey. So these 4 drivers battling it out. Let's get back up here to the front for a second. Let's give a word to Sketchable. I guess he disconnected through this race. We're going to talk to him later on, but he will not ultimately win the race, but still a valiant effort from Sketchable to come home in 2nd place. And an even more valiant effort from the Schmerz. Wannabe just says, fuck it, I'm going to go off the track completely. Novocaine fighting hard to stay in 4th place. What a great effort from Novocaine tonight. 4th place, 12 points. Nice job. Senior Heat Gang in 5th. Victor Chouse in 6th. It looks like he has made the move on Chaos Corrupted, but that ain't matter. As they come around the line, or come to the line for the final time, the Schmerz is the winner of the Imola Grand Prix. Sketchable in 2nd, Wannabe in 3rd, Novocaine in 4th. What a race for Novocaine. Senior Heat Gang, Chaos Corrupted, Victor Chouse. Terrible race for Victor Chouse. The Step Hen in 8th, battling. Oh no. Evasey Skiesies is, well, there's only one word for that, and he is dead. The switchy fish. Oh, that's the switchy fish, excuse me. The switchy fish, he is the one who is hecka dead. As Koenig crosses the line for the final time, and this race is mercifully over. So that's it. We've been gone for 2 weeks, and now we are back. We have a race next week. Hopefully, some of our drivers remember that, and they'll show up to it. And we'll have a little bit more hot racing action than we had this week, although I will say for half the race having no DRS and only 12 drivers, there was a decent amount of hot racing action. Plus, we'll have a podium interview here with our podium drivers, which is the Schmers and Sketchable. Invite to my party. And the Wannabe. Now I am going to go into my settings and just make sure that I have that box checked before I tell other people to have their boxes checked. I do have the box checked. Let's go to the party. And, all right. So everybody who has joined our little party here for our podium chat, make sure you have your boxes checked, your T's crossed and your lowercase j's dotted. Let's talk to the Schmers first. Are you there, Schmers?
Yes.
Well, congratulations on tonight's victory. It wasn't very hard, only beating 11 drivers, but still in the end you had to work for it. You had to maintain that gap to the Sketchable at the end there because he had those 6 seconds of penalties. But talk us through your race. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I don't know about easy anytime Sketchybull and Curtis and Watan are on the grid. It's not easy. Oh, I can't believe I won for now. I mean, I had contact with Watan. You know, obviously I'd like to think it's a racing incident, but it happened, so who knows what the stewards are going to say. But for now, it feels nice to get my first FNL win. This shit's been coming for a while. I'm sick. Didn't practice much, but I kind of couldn't believe my pace today. It was awesome.
Well, you know what? I'm also sick, and I showed up for this race, and you showed up for this race.
We did.
Only 11 other drivers showed up to this race. Thank you for showing up, and what a tremendous gutsy performance by you. Under the weather, what kind of illness do you have right now?
I'm pretty sure it's just a cold, but, you know, just kind of feel like shit in the head.
Okay. All right. Well, at least it's not malaria or,
Not yet.
HIV or something like that.
I'm working on it.
Well, of course. Okay. All right. So, the Schmerzer, congratulations on winning tonight's race, and thank you so much for joining us in the race. Thank you for driving sick, and I'm sure we'll talk to you next week because we have a habit of talking to you on the podium. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed. So let's go now to our second place driver of the night, and that is Sketchable. So Sketchable, earlier in the race, I thought you were sandbagging, but it turns out you had disconnected, so I apologize for that because you were losing pace, and I just couldn't understand what was happening. It looked like you had a bit of a difficult race, and you also at one point said that you hated EA. So what is all that about? What happened?
Yeah, I do. We hate EA.
Well, I do too, but why specifically?
I don't know. Once I saw lobby host and I saw everyone leaving, I'm like, that's not normal. I knew I DC'd, so I left immediately, and it just took a long time to relaunch the game. By the time I came back, I was 3 seconds behind everybody else. So I was like, I am not winning this race. And I was like, just get points. And when I saw Curtis crash or spin, I was like, all right, I'm not winning the race. I just want to get points to get ahead of him. So that's what I did.
So I do have to ask you. Sorry, Sketchable. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I'm a little curious about your 6 seconds of penalties. Normally you're very clean. What was that all about?
Let's just say this Red Bull felt like the Ferrari of 2014 at Abu Dhabi. It was not fun to drive at all, that whole race. Not fun.
That's quite a reference there, a 9-year-old reference, but fair play to Sketchable, and congratulations on finishing second place in this race, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so now we go to our third place driver of the night, the Wannabe. The Wannabe, for a minute there, it looked like you could have won this race. It didn't turn out that way, but what were you thinking there in those last few laps? What did you think was possible?
Honestly, I was just sitting about pitting on the wets, but then I saw we had 4 laps left, so just had to stick it out. I was pretty
Yeah,
keen to go into
yeah.
the wets. I love the wet tires, but it was just too late.
But you also then at the beginning of that or the end of that safety car period, you were at the lead of the race. Did you think you could hold on there, or did you know that eventually that Sketchable was going to come get you?
I was pretty sure that sketch would get me just going down the straight. I don't know how I held on for as long as I did, but yeah, P3, I'm happy with that.
Well, fair play to you, Wannabe. It was a tremendous race from you, an outstanding result. And as one of our 12 drivers who could be fucked to join us, I really do appreciate you coming tonight. Congratulations on the podium, and perhaps we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.
Costing me a few seconds there, but okay.
All right, let's calm down. We can take these conversations offline. Let's get off the air here first. So
Oh, shit.
that'll do it
It's beef
from
time.
us. Let's that'll do it from us here at Formula Worldwide Leagues and Friday Night Lights. As I said earlier, it's good to be back. It is good to be back, even though it was only with 12 drivers. Hopefully, we'll see you next week with all 20 drivers in their cars. Something tells me that we're not going to. But either way, thank you to the 12 drivers we had tonight. Thank you to everyone who came and joined us live, including our new viewers. Thank you to everyone who's going to come back and watch us later in the week. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. So from me, DonutPunche 272, your affable host, it is time to say good night.